Hey everybody, it is a beautiful, bright, sunny Saturday morning. It's January 26th, and I'm here at Fantasy Orchids looking at my collection. And we're going to start out by looking at this Zygopetalum jumping jack. It's almost completely open now, and the flowers are really nice. Some of them are kind of mutant flowers though. This one back here's got a mohawk. So that's kind of weird. But the flowers are nice. Unfortunately, the leaves don't look great. Some of the back leaves are dying off. So we'll see. I just got this plant in October, so hopefully it will come out of it. But it's got these black rings around the tops of the pseudobulbs. And I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't look like a good thing. So there's that one. And then next to it we have the Paph prime child with 2 flowers open. Looks wonderful. Love this guy. This plant won an AOS award a couple years ago for 3 flowers. It only has 2 this time, but hopefully next time it'll have a few more. And then next to that is Hal, the Bulbophyllum echinolabium, and he's got a new flower pushing out. And let's see, this basket is actually a basket of Bulbophyllums. I have, I think, 5 different bulbos in here. This is the echinolabium, this is lowii, this is rufinum here. This little guy is a mini bulbo, and I forget the name. I just got him recently. Someone gave him to me. And then this one is a lepidum, like a little daisy flowered bulbo. And I just kind of threw them all in there together because I just don't have a lot of space to put them in separate pots. This is my bulbo, Lovely Elizabeth. Lovely Elizabeth has been repotted so that the new growth would have a place to put its roots. So hopefully it will fill up this basket and look nice. This is another bulbo. This is Wendlandinum, and it's got some new growth pushing out. And maybe it's also got a spike. I don't know. We're gonna see. So that should be interesting. Another plant in spike right now is this Paph appletonianum. Got a little bud growing on it there. Looks very nice. And then also what we're really looking forward to is this Falschilleriana. Look at this. Look at all the buds on this spike's got branches. Super excited, especially for such a small plant. You know, it only has 3 leaves, but it does have a lot of roots, and I think a lot of the energy might come out of the roots. So fingers crossed none of these will get snapped off, and that it will be in bloom probably in another 2 weeks. In the back here is a little basket of Catasetum types, and this one hasn't ever really lost its leaves. Everyone else kind of went into dormancy, but this is the Cycnodes Wine Delight, and it's got a new growth pushing out. It did not bloom this year. I don't know why. It put out a nice big pseudobulb, but then it put out a spike, which just kind of, well, it only grew about an inch or 2, and then it just started shrinking back and then just died off. So hopefully this year's growth will be bigger, better, and more floriferous. And the plant behind it, let's see, which one is this? That's a cross. It doesn't really have a good name. This one is actually putting out some new growth as well, but you can't see it, and I'm not going to pick it up. Anyway, that's my basket of Catasetums. I might be getting rid of these plants when the weather warms up. I'm not sure that I want to keep any more Catasetums. They just don't do very well for me. And I've got bigger fish to fry anyway. You can see this is my little Cattleya collection of Cattleya rex seedlings. The smallest ones are still very much seedling size, but the largest ones may in fact be big enough to bloom this summer. So that's going to be exciting. They've all got new growth. They all seem to be doing pretty well. Especially the mounted ones. I love how well the mounted ones are growing. New growth pushing out on these. New growth pushing out on these. Look at that. Very excited about that. Here's another one over here that's mounted. Look at that. Big leaf pushing up. That's exciting. So hopefully that will be blooming. Maybe not this summer, but soon in the future for sure. It won't focus. Anyway, lots of nice roots on there. Something that is kind of weird is this little circle that's appeared. I'm hoping that that's no big deal, but it's weird when there are circular discolorations. If I look on the back, it's got, I don't know, not sure what it is. Hopefully it just got mashed or something. My bulbo medusae got repotted last week in a big basket of bark and moss. I'm hoping that it's not too dense and that the roots won't suffocate. It is a pretty chunky mix, so we'll see. But this plant does really like moisture, and I'm hoping that it will find its way around the bark and the moss and put out lots of new growth this year. I actually got a new Bulbophyllum last week as well. Say hello to Bulbophyllum graveolens. And it has a really nice umbel of flowers that are larger than most of the umbel types that I've seen before. And they've got yellow petals and like a red lip. And they're supposed to smell like urine, which is always nice. But this is just a seedling, it's just a baby. So hopefully, after a few seasons of growing up, we'll have some nice spikes on this one. I saw it in bloom at Windy Hill Orchids a few years ago, and really had kind of had it in the back of my mind for a long time. So I'm super excited to have one, and hopefully it will grow well for me. Alright, well that's most of what's going on with my collection. But let's look around the rest of the greenhouse and see if we can find some other interesting things going on. There are definitely some really cool things in bloom right now. This little epidendrum has beautiful, brilliant color, but it does not have a tag, so I'm not sure what its name is. Look at this gorgeous little slipper. This is a cross between Paph lowii and Paph haynaldianum. Just wonderful. Look at that. The purple flags on the sides, the spotting in the middle, and that beautiful green shiny pouch. And of course the fact that there are several of them is also very nice. Look at that. Love it. Kind of hiding in the back here is a pansy orchid, Miltoniopsis. The flowers are huge, fragrant, beautiful. I love them. This is a lovely little frag. It's called Priscilla's Pirouette. And it's just one of many Phragmopediums in the collections of one of the growers here at Fantasy Orchids. All of these frags are his, and he does breeding. with them, so a lot of them he's bred themselves, or he's bred himself. Look at this little guy. Look how cute! But yeah, he's got a ton of them. Look at some of these red guys. Just beautiful. More on the way. I'm really not into frags, but he's got some really nice colors back here. You see the snow in the background. Alright, last one we're going to look at is this Lilia anceps. And this is not a plant that you can just have on your windowsill, I don't think, because look how long the spike is. Yeah, plant's way down there. The spikes are super long. Very impressive if you can find a place for it. But these are beautiful flowers too. Well, that's going to be it today from Fantasy Orchids. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. And if you're in the area, come stop by. It is a very nice place to be on a cold winter's day. And hope to continue updating soon. Sorry it's been a few weeks since I've updated. Life is just happening at full speed right now. And gotta jump back on track so that I can get some more videos out. But appreciate your watching, viewing. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. I'm William Green. These are my green pets. Take care.